Hema, thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity to talk about Open RAN. Open RAN is basically for 5G infra. I will say it's a kind of framework to give you or enable you a totally vendor-free, you can say, framework. 5 or 10 different things over here. Definitely, just by saying that vendor locking is the major challenge for whether it's an operator or a kind of open architecture based adoption for the technology. It is equally important to understand what exactly we are bringing to the plate, what are the advantages and what are the challenges. I think that is very important to understand. I think when we talk about Open RAN architecture or Open RAN initiatives, it carries, I think the first thing is the architecture first, and then on the top of it, your reference design, you have your minimum viable product specifications, you have your complete user plane, control plane, and management plane, a fabric coming on the top, because things are very different from individual vendor turnkey solutions, as well as you need to have supply chain superiority coming over there, because it is not simply kind of adding some additional interfaces and you said that, okay, since the different domains or different sub-modules can comply with each other, you are good to go. I think you need a complete partnership integration framework. You need a complete test framework. You need, you can say, a complete certification framework or badging framework. So there is a lot of things engaged in totality. And when we say there are a lot of things engaged in totality, if you think about who are the major company, like organizations or regulatory bodies started working into it, I'll say that when 3GPP came up with release 15, 16, going forwards to 17 and 18 onwards, definitely they made sure that in terms of building the technology, in terms of building the products and frameworks, all the specs are there in place. But once we started thinking in terms of Open RAN, means open source based architecture, you can say supply chain superiority in the term, where each segment, when we break it to the real Open RAN architecture, each segment is having enough capability to meet our supply chain requirements, you can say ROI requirements, CapEx requirements, interoperability requirements, and everything is being kind of initiated and integrated in a step-by-step fashion. If you think about ORAN working in that area, if you think about SCF working in the area, or a couple of others like ONAP and Linux Foundation, there are a lot of organizations that work. But when we kind of dissect and scan the whole offering as on date, still I see there are a lot of things kind of missing. At present, I can tell you in terms of you can say the virtualization piece of it or edge piece of it, like hardware plugin as a service is missing at present. There is a open source project called Adrenal. So they are trying to kind of integrate it so that any chipset or any upper module can integrate with a lower module or infrastructure without going into the plugins, drivers, and all those things. So those things also we need a lot of push there. Orchestration piece is also something where there is a lot of gap. Infrastructure orchestration is available, but like opening up the interfaces, opening the management pieces of infrastructure management, opening up the interfaces to do service management, and opening up the interfaces or specifications to manage the service launching as a whole, where you are not only managing the service, but also managing the auto connectivity infrastructure beneath, right? So there are a lot of gaps overall, and open source has to do a lot. And I'm sure that all these niche, like individual activities also need to come under a framework. Like what ORAN is doing, what SCF is doing, what other organizations are doing, they also need to come together to give all the consumers, whether they're MNOs, PNOs, or I can say the neutral host, or even there are different breeds of private network operators who are also coming, to give them a set of libraries in terms of infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, you can say software as a service, so that they can pick and choose, and interfaces are good enough to integrate, interoperate, and they can also choose a test frame network, so that like test framework where they can say that, okay, based on all what we choose, here is the customized test framework, and there need to be a badging authority, whether it is TIP or SCF or ORAN, based on. So there need to be, now this is the time to orchestrate these 4-5 giant regulator, like you can say those you can say initiatives like ORAN, SCF, and all. Probably I think I'm also seeing a lot of possibilities where even ORAN is collaborating with SCF, SCF is collaborating with others. I'm sure ORAN, being a big brother, is also doing a lot of work doing orchestration piece, SMO piece, and all those things. In the same way, we also want to coexist, and whatever strength we are bringing to the plate, they all need to club in such a fashion that a true, you can say, Open RAN framework is available. At present, Open RAN concepts and interfaces are in place, but the framework or the real blueprint, so that like the consumers can really pick and choose, is still, I'll say, a year or two, you can say, ahead. And I'm hopeful that in coordination of all these kind of value adding initiatives like ORAN and SCF and others can bring a complete framework. I feel, and I have a hope, because I'm the part of most of these activities, so I can see that like we all are going in the right direction. I think both sides, SCF is also started working into the blueprints, the frameworks, and cloud asset for a small cell. So I'm seeing kind of everybody is going in the right direction, and I'm hopeful that Open RAN becomes a big success in 2023, maybe the time where it can really, really scale at a big level.